Okay, I promised a mention of Social Security. Alex Lawson and I actually talked about this last Tuesday or Wednesday, but it bears repeating. There is a new television ad buy going on. Daniel Marans, M-A-R-A-N-S, is reporting about this over at the Huffington Post. He writes, television viewers across the country have been treated to some scary advertisements about the future of Social Security. A narrator in tones with ominous music playing in the background. Our next president needs to take action on Social Security or future generations could lose up to $10,000 a year. Right. So why all this Social Security hysteria? You know, there's these groups like Pete Peterson, who's a Wall Street billionaire, and his foundation and his political action groups, and there's others as well. There's a bunch of Wall Street billionaires who really want Social Security to be privatized. Now, I can't speak to Pete Peterson's specific motivation, but the broadly accepted theory of why these guys care is, number one, that Social Security is like, you know, it's $1 trillion a year or thereabouts. It's an enormous amount of money. And if that money, I mean, it's flowing through the federal government and it's not sticking to anybody's fingers. Whereas if that money flowed through Wall Street, can you imagine how much money Jamie Dimon could make off that? Can you imagine how much money each of the big banksters could make off that? These guys would end up like Stephen J. Hemsley, you know, the CEO of United Healthcare, a billionaire. Just because Congress drilled holes in Medicare. You know, I've been noticing on TV, United Healthcare runs these ads, you know, for their Medicare supplement programs or their Medicare Advantage, which takes you off the Medicare roll and puts you in, you know, largely at the tender mercies of United Healthcare. And they say, you know, we've been doing this for 30 years. Medicare's been out there for 50 years. So what happened? Well, some Republicans drilled some holes in Medicare, which provided a multi-billion-dollar industry and a multi-billion-dollar opportunity to health insurance companies and to AARP, which basically is a health insurance sales organization, a Medicare insurance sales organization. This is where AARP makes a lot of their money. And you walk by their headquarters here in Washington, D.C., and it's like a palace. And they sell lots and lots and lots of Medicare supplement insurance to people over 65 who qualify for it. And most of it is underwritten by United Healthcare. It's a really, really profitable scam or program or whatever you want to call it. So if they can get Republicans to do the same thing with Social Security, let's drill some holes in Social Security. Well, Social Security doesn't pay quite this, but you can buy insurance for Social Security. So if you start when you're 20 years old and start sending $10, you know, it would be like basically do-it-yourself annuities, right? Because Social Security is like an annuity. You pay into it throughout your life, and then you get the money back after you stop working. And an annuity is a guaranteed, or a pension. You know, the pensions are kind of the same thing, only they're paid for by your employers. And you contribute money to your pension as well, depending on how it's set up. But instead of going through the insurance companies, because it's not health insurance, it would go through the banks. Well, actually, it could go through insurance companies too. It just wouldn't be United Healthcare and Aetna and Blue Cross Blue Shield. Instead, it would be, you know, Farmers or, you know, whatever. I don't know, frankly, who provides annuities. But there would be a huge opportunity if they could drill some holes into Social Security, if they could cut Social Security. A huge opportunity, a brand new market opening up for AARP to sell you a supplemental program for your Social Security. The ad, writes Daniel Marans, the headline is, Nation's largest senior group is using conservative scare tactics on Social Security. And then the subhead, AARP is promoting alarmism about the program and giving awards to Republican lawmakers who want to cut it. And Daniel Marans notes in his article for the Huffington Post, the headline of which I just read you, the new television ad has only heightened liberal concerns. Critics of AARP's approach say the influential seniors group, which has 37 million members across the country and incredible influence in Washington, D.C., is making Social Security's financial challenges seem much more dire than they really are. In doing so, the group is playing right into the crisis framing favored by conservatives who want benefit cuts to seem inevitable. Oh, you young folks, you're never going to see Social Security. You should just go along with us and cut it. And then you'll never see it. What a nice self-fulfilling prophecy, right? Not that AARP is saying that, but it seems like actually in a way that they're saying that. Don't buy the hype. Right now, if you make over $118,500 a year, you no longer pay any Social Security taxes, which is crazy. Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders have said above, and the President Obama, above $250,000, put the tax back on. Solves the problem.
You're listening to the Thom Hartmann Program. Call 202-808-9925.
There is no serious problem with Social Security. The serious problem we have is rich people, deadbeat rich people, not paying Social Security taxes.